What's up,
Nice.
guys?
What's up? Welcome to FastTrack Feedback Fridays, the show with cold tracks or maybe spooky tracks and even spookier takes. How about that
Ooh,
for
spoopy,
this
spoopy.
this week? I don't know if people have got Halloween stuff going on, or I'm sure Jokerhead has some spooky tracks for us. Although that's kind of a year-round occurrence, so
Yeah. It's
yeah,
a day to day at this point.
we'll see. But
But
hello everyone, welcome. If you're returning, you know what the deal is. If you're not, this is the stream that aims to give you the most detailed feedback, constructive feedback on your music that you can get, so you can make your best stuff yet, get fans, and all of that jazz. So
it's
that's where
not
we're at.
letting me submit. What? What's up, Rary?
What up, Rary? What's the issue? What are you seeing? That would be very
Fuck.
helpful.
Yeah.
Why would that
Was
be?
I was wondering because the first there's like a couple other people that wanted to submit, but they didn't go into the queue. So I
Little
was like, oh,
Rary,
okay, maybe they exited out. But if there's something wrong, let us know.
yeah, Little Rary, are you on our site? Because that's the main thing. So we're doing our submissions on our website now. So that's fasttrack.studio/stream. But let us know if you are there, if you're seeing some issue. If not, also let us know if you were just looking at the old Google form.
Yeah. Or like, how did you get to the Google form too?
Yeah.
Do you have it saved? I don't know.
Let's see. Dun, dun, dun,
Maybe I
dun,
should test it real
dun.
quick. Let's see.
Well, don't actually do a submission in the live version though.
What's that?
I mean, you can see if the page is
Load
working,
and
but
stuff. Yeah. What if I upload a track? As long as I don't submit, right? I'm good. Music projects. Let us know. Let us know. Um, I mean, I guess I'd have to fill out the whole fucking form.
hmm
Nate, if you're here, bro, let us know what's happening.
or even if
Definitely
you
want to
were,
hear your songs too. Like, so
yeah, can you at least just give us some quick detail there about, was this on the website or was this on the Google form?
yeah.
Because we want to make sure stuff works before we dive in, so people can submit their tracks.
For me, right now, when I'm trying to upload my song, it's taking forever.
Well, that's your computer.
It might be, but
Could be.
is that similar to what people's experiences is at the point? Let us know. Let us know. Yeah, because then if it doesn't actually load any waveform, then the submit to stream button yeah won't let you do. Oh wait, actually, the submit to stream button is open. I don't want to click it because it's live mode.
Open, so you were able to upload your track.
Yeah, it still shows a loading bar though. But the button to submit has been validated and it's ready to go. So I don't know. Oh, the waveform's there. In principle, I should be able to submit.
Yeah, mine just took like 5 seconds.
Oh, maybe my fucking computer. I don't
It
know.
was very fast, or maybe it was a giant wave file you uploaded.
Oof, maybe actually.
Plus, your video's uploading for this stream right now.
Everything's bad. Wait a
On my
minute.
phone, the submit button isn't purple, but I believe everything is filled out. Did you fill the title out, Rary? The title is like
Oh,
right next that. Yeah, one thing I want to do is, if you try to click, it's a little bit complex to do this on our end, but if you try to click the submit button and something's missing, I want it to highlight the field and tell you what's missing. There's just some development work to do to make that happen, but
dude, you're
it
on your phone. All right, we have a mobile user. Crazy.
we do. Yeah, we've had a decent bit of mobile, which is kind of also a development challenge, but
Yeah, how did you
whatever
guys do
floats
that?
your
Let's
boat.
see.
Yeah, I know.
Stream.
Ones and zeros. Indeed. What up, Jokerhead? Uh Rary, was it the track title by any chance?
Ones and zeros, binary shit. Hey yo, what's up, Jokerhead? Good to see you, bro.
Everything is filled
Crispy
out.
crew. This email. Wow, you know what? It's pretty slick on mobile though, Josh.
I
At least it
try.
looks like it.
Yeah, it's the bare minimum right now. There's a lot of considerations for mobile.
I'm right. Did I miss my track? No, bro. Don't worry. We're like trying to deal with. Well, actually, I guess we could go to the first couple of tracks, but people are coming in to submit, and they said that their form's not working. So
Well, just
trying to
Rary
figure that
said that.
out.
So yeah, Rary, let us know if you can identify. I mean, if you have the track title field populated, or if there's anything else that appears to be missing. It should be pretty straightforward.
Yeah, we have these fields like songwriter, genre, and all that stuff too. Did you put that in? Yeah, my so once you have everything filled in, the submit button should turn purple, which
Wait,
mine's purple.
what the hell, Jokerhead? You said it took you. How did it take you 4 hours to submit? Oh, do you mean last time?
It's not an easy
I
process.
mean,
Yeah,
once you're signed up, it should be pretty easy. I think you were having an issue because you thought that you had an account, but you didn't because the first 10 tracks that were in the entire queue, we had to move over from our old process from Google Forms. So we submitted your guys' stuff manually. And so you might have thought that you had an account and then you were trying to sign in. I think you do have an account though now. So it should be easier once we review your track and you submit another one. And you're up first also this week, Jokerhead.
mm-hmm. Needs a bit of work. 69 green from me. Yeah, fair. Uh, but actually, maybe we could say like the specific things that are like required to just make that more visible. Not just looking at it and like, oh, maybe
Do you
that's
mean
something
like
we could do.
in the form itself before you submit, or if you try to click the submit button?
Both. Why not
Yeah,
both? Yeah.
yeah. We could. I mean, the easiest thing would just be to add asterisks next to the
Yeah,
fields.
that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure. I
anyways,
had it the other way, where it was like if it wasn't required, it'd say optional, but we can do the asterisk thing too. Make it extra clear for y'all.
let us know, guys. We want to hear your music. But while people are figuring that out, we do have a queue.
Yeah,
So
if anybody else is having issues, let us know.
yeah, use
Like
that link.
chat us because
Submit the.
yeah, we won't
Sorry.
know otherwise. And Rary, let us know if you find out if there's a field that you're missing, perhaps the track title, or if you do get it submitted.
Yeah. God, dude, my
Eh,
internet's I'm paying for gigabit speed, and like
eh.
my internet's ass. What's happening right now? But
Oh my god,
I'm having tissues or issues. What's
tissues.
happening? All right, well, I don't know.
Well,
But
Jokerhead can't submit right now because he has a track in the queue already.
oh yeah, maybe that's why you're having issues, bro. But okay, I guess we can go to the first track then. Why not?
Mm-hmm. You want to read the queue off, or
Yeah, so right now we got you guys can follow along at fasttrack.studio/stream.
mm-hmm.
But we have Stakeout 2.0 by Jokerhead. We got Lil Shino. We got Pine. We got Green Hollow. We got Kamudi. And then that's like people that are we think that we'll get to in this stream. The rest of the queue is Acidamente, Quinn, and Daco F. And then anybody else that wants to submit now for the free queue, they can get in. If you want to get reviewed right away, you can use that same link. You could tip us. Where's my freaking tip link here, bro?
It's
Oh
the
wait, it's
same
the fucking
same
website.
site. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I just clicked a bunch of buttons, but use the tip link on our website. If you pay $5, it won't let you pay anything less than $5 minimum. You get skipped to the front of the queue right away. You get to skip everybody. We understand some people have timelines and deadlines to meet, so we offer that option. Otherwise, we go in order that they're submitted, and that order was the queue, which you can find on the website there.
Mm-hmm.
But Ishi's, JK's, Cuckoo, big message for my track. All right. Well, anyways, without further ado, let's go to this track.
Yeah.
It's Stakeout 2.0. Film soundtrack is the genre. The composer and beatmaker is Jokerhead. And there's no description, so I don't know what he's talking about. But all right. Do you want to push it to our screen here?
Yeah, let's give it a go. Let's hope it works.
Let's see. Yeah, if
All
you
right.
guys, I don't know if you've been here for a while. Oh, look, it's updating. Great. So we have this website, and you're allowed to see the waveform with us. We can grade it in the bottom right screen there. It'll be cool. But yeah, okay. Stakeout. You wanna go for it?
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Boom.
feel like we heard this before.
I think we did.
Did we not review it? Oh, you know what? We had troubles last week. That's what happened.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Joe Gray, can you hear your song?
I just heard it on the stream.
Yeah, I can hear it too. Talk about a Halloween song.
I like this part.
Cool switch up, Joe Gray.
It's fairly simple, you know.
And don't gotta be crazy.
Simple sound, buttery thing.
Yeah, Will Rary, thank you for the subscription. I don't think it does anything, but thank you. But we don't have any tiers. We'll think of something. We'll think of something. What? Getting a little long. Nice cool sound here, though.
Cool.
You know what? That last comment I had, I was like, it's getting a little long at this time point. I only said that because, you know, I want to give people the feedback of, oh, I'm listening to this for the first time. At what point do I get tired of the song if I do? But looking at the genre, and this is where context matters, it's film soundtrack. So it's like, oh, okay, if it's like, a chase scene or something, or like, I feel like this case is like a midnight diner where serial killers are meeting up and, talking about shit. It's Jokerhead's vibe. And it
Mhm.
fits. It fits really well. So, yeah, I thought this sounded pretty good. Vibes, first impressions. What do you have, Josh?
Yeah,
Um,
no, I thought it was nice to hear a little bit of restraint on just the like instrumentation. It wasn't like too overwhelming. There were like a
no.
couple of points where there was a little bit of dissonance or a little bit of like masking of different instruments. But I think like this is a good baseline for the number of layers to have sort of. And you've got a little bit of chaos coming in at the end, but overall it keeps it, simple enough that we can make out what's happening. and not
Yeah,
feel overwhelmed.
I never. Yeah, I don't think I ever felt overwhelmed at this song, so that's
Yeah,
good.
and it makes things a lot easier with mixing too. I
Yeah,
think
which I think was also better than songs I've heard from Joker.
yeah, so that was like refreshing. It like took away the potential aspects where something is hard to listen to. I didn't feel like it was hard to listen to, and then I was sort of able to actually focus on like, like how good is this, right? Like how much is this making me want to listen to it more or again? Like how likely would I be to skip this or not in the wild?
Hmm.
And I like a lot of it. I just there's maybe a little bit of a uniformity to it, and maybe it's just because we've heard so much of this, style with the same sort of beat and drum sounds from you, Jokerhead. But
Hmm.
I wish a little bit there was a bit of variation in the sections to like separate the sort of vibes more, just to give us a little bit of a palate cleanser every once in a while because it kind
Hmm.
of drives along the whole time with the same beat essentially. Um, I also thought the other thing that was maybe missing a little bit was in the low end, like you've got that sort of doo, doo bass, and it's like a cool like 80s sort of Stranger Things theme song type sound.
Hmm.
But I feel like at certain points it lacks a little bit of just like body, like low end oomph, that could really make the track sound more impactful and bigger. I don't know if that's because that frequency is being sort of masked out by other stuff that's happening down there, or if it's just the nature of the beast, kind of like a distorted bass sound. They tend to lose some of that low end unless you do some sort of parallel processing to get the best of both worlds, which is probably what I'd recommend for this. But overall, I think it was like a pleasant listen. Do you have any other thoughts for vibes?
Mm. Nah, I think for a film soundtrack, this sounds pretty good. I echo the thoughts that I was never overwhelmed with this. I did
Mhm.
get bored a little bit at that point where I told you. I think it was about 2 to 3, maybe 2/3 to 3/4 of the way. So for a film soundtrack, it kind of makes sense. But yeah, yeah, I think you actually restrained yourself pretty well on the dissonance. It didn't sound like you're just throwing shit at the wall to see what sticks, like I've heard you do in the before. It felt really tasteful this time, so big plus there. And yeah, uh, I guess now we could do our scores. Rary, I don't see your song in the queue.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not in the queue, and just checking through the logs, there was no submission that was actually made. So I don't know what
Bruh,
happened there. If you can, Rary, get off of that mobile shit and get on a real device.
damn.
It might just make it work a little bit better. I mean, we've tested it on mobile, and I think other people have submitted that way. So I don't really know exactly what's going on. It could just be a device compatibility thing, but it should work more certainly on like a desktop or something, or even maybe a tablet. I don't know.
Yeah, and he did pay for a sub, so like, what do you think
S-
we should
I mean,
skip the queue?
was it a $5 sub?
I think so. I think that's what subs are. It's tier one, but we don't really know how our Twitch subs work.
Is it
But
even? Can we
it's
change our sub tier like pricing? Is that possible?
I I have no idea. I mean, there's more than tier. There's apparently tier three subs and shit. That's like a meme. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think the tier one is $5.
Yeah,
So
you can't change them, which is
three ninety
frustrating because
nine.
Twitch keeps $2.50 of $5, so it's not
That's
really
crazy.
equivalent. Yeah, it's not equivalent to a actual tip. Um,
Yeah,
that's
but
annoying.
yeah, but if we get the song in, I think it'd
If
be like the right thing to do.
Yeah, if you submit the song, I wish we could like maybe we should just not be Twitch partners anymore because it's kind of bogus. But
Hmm.
like I want to turn those subs off because they're useless and it just
Hmm.
gives money to Twitch. But Twitch won't let you because they get $2.50. So
Yeah,
yeah, I wish we could just keep it to our system. But if you submit your track, if you manage to get it in the queue, we can
we will
move it
skip
up.
it.
Yeah, we can move it up.
So get it in, Rary. We need it. You're next.
Yes.
Try to do it before we end this review. But do you have your score for vibes?
Let's see. Do you have yours?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, I'm gonna add it here. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun.
There we go.
Yeah, I think I've got it.
All right, count us out.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Bow.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, There you go.
Very
Yeah.
close.
Originally I was at 76, but yeah, decent listen. Doesn't deserve the 69.
Yeah, it's
So
better than that, definitely. It's
yeah.
above that
So
threshold.
really, yeah, you escaped the gravity well. Um,
Yeah,
what is it? Or potential well, I should say,
or
Jokerhead. So
basin of
congratulations.
attraction.
Yeah, 90? No, no, not 90 yet. If I were to like give you, I guess this is on the content side too. There is like a lot of nice switch ups. Instrumental wise, there was just new textures that were being added, and each kind of new unique sound was really cool. I just felt like a lot of them were just kind of loopy, um, very rhythmic, kind of arpeggiator kind of sounding melodies. There wasn't any real kind of melody to walk me through the progression of the song, and that's what I feel like for me personally is missing from this arrangement, this composition, I should say.
Hmm.
Um, it is a film soundtrack, and in that case, it's like supposed to be in the background, so I get it. Um, but yeah, I always talk about this Carpenter Brute. Like he has a great way of melodies, and um, it's typically if I were to like condense it down into something, it's not like very rhythmic. It's very drawn out. Um, yeah, typically higher frequency.
Uh-oh, I think Chris is frozen. His internet was having some issues today. Typically, higher frequency sounds. I have no idea. Uh-oh, it's probably gonna cut out, and then he'll come back. Sorry, Jokerhead, that you do not want to be commercial shit. F that. I mean, yeah, it depends what you want to do. I don't know if necessarily, if you're trying to sell something to be a film soundtrack, it could be for like an indie film. I don't know if you describe that as commercial, but the question is like, do you want people to just listen to your stuff? Uh, there he is.
Okay, did I drop out?
Yeah, it froze and then he dropped out.
Okay, okay. I was just watching the stream now. It's a little behind, but
Oh,
my bad, guys. Yeah, overall decently strong foundation, just missing that main melody for me. What about you, Josh?
um, for vibes, yeah, I think
Or
I can.
content.
Oh, sorry for content. Yeah, like I said, I think it's good. I like the sort of maybe a little bit more minimalist approach than some of your stuff in the past for the layering and the content. And I like a lot of the themes that you've got. I think the themes are very similar between a lot of your stuff, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It means that there's like a cohesive artist sound, which is good. I think you just don't want to wear out your listeners with like too many songs that are the same tempo or the same exact sounds or like a lot of the same motifs. You want to have some cohesion, but not too much, and that's where you get to have fun and like do things out of your comfort zone. We've heard stuff that's different than this, but like make tracks that are different enough but still have some of your signature elements in them. So that's maybe one area of advice content wise. And then I think the length is okay. Um, but I don't know. I just wish there was a little bit more variation to keep it interesting, and that goes for both within the track and in your broader catalog. Oh my god,
Me
you
and
want
Joker just go back and
Jokerhead
forth.
show? It's funny. You
No,
want to
you're
do
okay.
scores for content
Um,
or any other
yeah.
thoughts?
Let me
Okay.
see real quick. I don't have many more thoughts. Let's see. Hmm. Okay. Yeah. All right. I got it. You got it.
Yeah,
Are you counting?
yeah. Three, two, one.
I knew you were gonna give it. I knew you were gonna give it. But I was like, it doesn't deserve it to me.
I don't know. I think the thing that I'm picking out here is just that I feel like it's okay. We have heard this
Guys,
before,
realize
but
there's actually a big difference between 69 and 70 for us. I know, like numerically, it's ridiculous, but like, anyways, sorry.
I just think that what I want to hear next from you, Jokerhead, is just more variation from your sort of common formula. I think we've heard it for a long time, and if we were your listeners and this was a new track that you came out with, I'd kind of be like, yeah, it's Jokerhead and it is good, right? I think it's like in a lot of ways better than some of the other stuff that you've done in the past, but it's sort of like, when's there going to be something that's really new or different that's Jokerhead,
Yeah.
um, that still has your signature vibe, but also is, a little different. So,
Dude, you showed us your like these hip hop songs that you did with like
and that was
Spanish
way
artists.
different. Yeah, that's cool.
It was way different, and honestly, like I feel like I liked them better. It was
Hmm.
interesting. I was like, oh god, Joker had just submitted this like Spanish rap song. He said, I was like, there's no way this is gonna be like a good listen, but it was like
It's cool.
fantastic. I was like, wow,
Yeah,
you know. Just because I've heard you do the same thing over so much, I pegged you as a one trick pony, but you're really not. So
yeah, it's true.
um, but anyways, also Carpenter Brute, as much as I praise him, I think he actually suffers from that as well. Where like even I was listening to like his top 10 songs just when I was driving because it's fantastic road trip music, especially at night
Hmm.
and if you're speeding. But yeah, a lot of his newer stuff even it's like very similar to like his top songs, and it's just like yeah, I kind of got bored listening to it, you know. But his top songs are still really fantastic, so I'll stand by that all day. But
Hmm.
production, I think again this one's pretty solid, probably one of the most solid that I've heard from you.
Yeah, I agree.
I think Josh talked about your bass, your handling of the bass frequencies there. um, so listen to him. I don't know if I have much to add for production. I think it sounded pretty good overall. What about you? Do you have anything else to say?
I'm not surprised Jokerhead likes that song Night Call.
Why?
Because it's very similar to this. But
Okay.
yeah, I think production is pretty good overall, especially compared to other stuff. It's kept it minimal, like keeping the content more minimal, like you did here, helps a lot with the production. And I think you didn't seem to go overboard with like, limiting and compression and distortion. So it is. I mean, it's still pretty compressed, as you can see from the waveform, but it's not too
Bricked
loud.
up on a Friday.
It almost looks like
Anyways.
the waveform though is below the ceiling by quite a bit. It doesn't look like
Hmm.
it's the full volume, which is interesting. You could experiment with like adding a little more dynamic range, and then you'd still have the same loudness. So that might be interesting. Um, we know how Jokerhead likes his limiters. So
Yep. Yep.
um, yeah, my only real advice. I mean, I liked your use of effects, and there's cool stereo panning. Things were real crunchy, so that was great. Just make sure the bass is impactful enough, and that really will help drive the whole track and make it like more fun to listen to.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
Cool. All that to say, you got your score.
Uh, duh, 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 duh. Yes, I think I do.
Alrighty. Three, two, one.
Yeah,
Yep.
same
Pretty much around
ballpark.
there. Yep.
Damn,
For a
crazy.
total track total, I could do it to him.
Hmm.
Could I do it to him? I'm just
Oh
kidding.
boy.
It wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
There we go. I think that's fair. You have yours?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Three,
Three,
two,
two, one.
one. The soundtrack from
Nice.
Jokerhead. And there we go. We end
There
up
we are.
around 75 between yellow and green.
Yeah.
Dude, if you're trying to get it into a soundtrack, like I think it's pretty much ready.
It's
Go
pretty
for it.
close. Yeah, definitely.
Like, get the
Try it.
Maggies. What are
Take
you
your
talking about?
shot.
What is
Take your
happening with the
shots.
text here? Yeah, man, shoot your shot. I don't even know where to begin, but there's got to be like indie developer communities where people are looking for music and stuff. So
Yeah, definitely.
got to check it out. All right,
Dope.
cool. Lil Rary,
I think he gave
where
up.
you at?
I don't know if you're still here, Lil Rary, but yeah, I mean, I don't know why we've gotten other submissions on mobile, I believe. Um, I'm not sure. I can try to find out later why that was, and maybe we'll try to fix something.
Yeah,
But for now, definitely easiest and kind of the best experience to do it on a computer. So if you can, let us know. Otherwise, we'll go to the next track here, and if you submit, you'll be up next.
yeah. Let us know because nobody today, the people that did ask for a submit link, nobody got to submit. So I'm not sure what happened.
I don't know. I'll look at the stuff
Yeah,
later.
right, right, right. I'm just telling everybody else. But yeah, if you want to submit your song, key's always open. But okay, we can go to the next one then,
Hmm.
which is VRex. Shout out Lil Shino, the first user on our website.
Yes, we were doing some testing on live stream, and Lil Shino, who'd never been on, just popped in and then like got the link, and unbeknownst to us, submitted a track and signed up for FastTrack. So before
Yeah,
before we were like actually launched it. So
yeah,
yes, our first user here.
and they filled out the track artist field wrong, but it's okay. It's fine.
Oh yeah,
Um, the
it's all
track
good.
artist is it's a beat.
It's a
So
beat. Probably by Lil Shino though.
what's that? Yeah, yeah,
But
probably by Los, So, but okay. Rary, if you're in the chat, let us know. If not, we'll go to the Los Chinos. But all right, you ready, Josh?
yep, let's do it.
Do it.
3, 2, 1, boom.
Listen on the beat.
Los on the beat. Bass is a little muffled.
Yeah.
Pretty cool melodies.
Wow, Joker has got some legendary collaborators there.
Is it Lana Del Rey? I'm gonna get pissed off if it's Lana Del Rey.
It's Bob Dylan, John Williams, and John Carpenter.
I feel like these parts where it drops out are like my favorite part.
Mm-hmm.
They're like the most cool unique sound.
We have a loud swell there.
Yeah, it swells pretty loud.
Riser. Yeah, that bass is just so muffled.
Yeah. So muffled and it kind of distorts everything else.
I know, everything's distorted. The clap sounds really kind of mushy because of that.
I hear it. I like that little laser noise.
Clap sounds more like a Pac-Man sound than a clap.
This is the most clean the mix has sounded this part of the song.
Piano adds clarity.
I like that melody
I like
there.
that too. Yeah.
Very Donkey Kong Country-esque.
And the violin. I feel like the beat didn't need to come in for that last little part there.
True. It's a beat.
It is
V-Rex.
a beat.
Lil Shino, vibes, first impressions, what do you have?
Oh man, I mean it's
a beat.
okay. I think the most interesting part by far is when those additional sort of melody instruments come in that last section.
Mhm.
Before that, it's just like pretty standard, I would say.
Yeah.
The bass just being so like blanketed and muffled just like isn't pleasant really. It's sort of like leaves a lot to be desired. I feel like there's no impact of that.
Mhm.
And it makes the whole track feel like it's sort of impactless. I think the snare, the clap equally is kind of just like bleh.
Mhm.
There's just not a lot of like snap to it. It's very like again kind of mashed up. It's like mashed
Mhm.
potatoes.
Mhm.
So yeah, I don't
And
know.
not the good
It's
kind either. I
yeah.
love mashed potatoes.
I'm trying to think of what's like redeeming here. I mean, again, I like those high like melody elements that provide some counterbalance and contrast between the rest of it at the end there. And I wish you had more of that throughout. the rest of it just kind of sounds like a stock hip hop beat, and I don't really have a whole lot else to say other than that.
I actually like these like little dropout areas. I feel like they're the most kind of unique sounding thing. The whole drop by itself, it's like kind of standard trap, and production wise, like we talked about the bass, but it's just super muffled. Hard to really make anything else out. I do like those melodies like that the violin does in the beginning, and that kind of Donkey Kong Country synth. I think those are cool, but they're only there for like 10 seconds, and then the rest of the song is just like kind of just standard. What makes you kind of different? So
Mm.
um, I can tell that this person is like decently well doing making beats and stuff. Like they're not an absolute beginner, but I think there is a way to go between something that's good to go and something that really past that, something that's actually very captivating for people to listen to and actually want to add to their playlists and stuff. So yeah, yeah, we'll see. And maybe a rapper can come on and kill it, but yeah, at least on the production side, there is a lot of stuff to be addressed still. So, without that being said, I think we can give our scores.
Yeah, let's see. Vibes.
What did I give the score? It's been a while. We have this big old rating scale. Okay, I think I have a score. What about you? You ready?
Let's see. Yeah, sure.
Fuck. Fuck. I can't get the exact score. Okay, fuck it. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
close.
Just kind of like meh, you know?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Content. What do you got?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot more to talk about really. I mean, it's very stock, just in sounds and sort of vibe.
Mhm.
Until you get to the part with the melodies, it's just lacking of like a real melody like that. It's sort of like, is this a track for somebody to rap over or what? If so, like you don't have the rapper, so there's nothing interesting here yet. It's like
Mhm.
if you're trying to make a really cool type beat or a really cool beat to for somebody to rap over, like that's one thing. But if you're just trying to make like the most standard thing ever that somebody can just find already, probably for free, kind of like
Mhm.
what's the point, right? I would say
Yeah.
it's you're not like creating like a beat making business by doing this. Like you're not really doing anything, right? If you want to actually like do something with your music career and have somebody want to rap over it, like do something unique, do something that's you, that's a little bit different than what's been done for the past 10 years on SoundCloud.
Mhm.
Um, and I think that will be a lot more fun for you as well and fulfilling. But if it's a matter of you're learning the ropes and you're learning how to imitate stuff that you've seen, then like sure you're getting there,
Right.
um, and that's a whole different ball game. I don't think we don't have enough context from your there's no description, so
Yeah.
don't know what the case is, like what you're trying to do with this exactly. But I
It's a
just
beat.
don't see a case where this is super valuable as it is.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I think I mean, when I started out trying to be my own artist, who are we but our influences?
Yeah,
So
yeah, definitely.
try to make something solid from I guess the rest of the genre's standard, and then from there you can add your own. Or while you're doing that, you can add your own flair along the way. It's just I guess we didn't hear too much of that little flair. Um, Nitpicky stuff. The violin, I could just tell it was kind of like a VST. It was very dry
A
sounding compared to everything else. It just kind of
little
stood
bit.
out. Um, I think I could say that for kind of almost all the instruments, but the violin especially, I think, was kind of
Really?
the most standout. Yeah,
I didn't think it was that standout. I mean, it was refreshing to me to hear something just different than the rest of the standard like palette. But
I feel
yeah,
you. Yeah, and I like the melody it was doing it. I think I liked the that I keep saying the Donkey Kong soundtrack synth, but that's what it sounds like, and I really like that sound. But yeah, we talked about the sample choice for the snare too, just kind of mushy, and the way it was mixed too. But yeah, all that being said, I think I have my score. Do you have your score?
yeah,
All right, 3, 2, 1.
yeah. I was actually gonna say 15
There you go,
originally.
bro. There you go. You gotta be honest. But
Just leaves a bit to be desired in terms of uniqueness and making sure that your sounds are high quality.
mhm. Production.
For production, I mean, it's not terrible, except well, kind of it is. I mean, like just that mushy bass leaves nothing to be, well, leaves a lot to be desired. But it just doesn't make the track super pleasant to listen to. Same with the clap. I was kind of getting annoyed at the clap after like the first half because it just doesn't sound right. So
Mhm.
those elements, those key percussion elements, your kick and your snare are like so important for setting the stage of how production quality is perceived. So
Mhm.
you got to get those right, and those were the thing that I think need the most work.
Yep. Yeah, the kick was just so distorted and so muddy. I don't know if you see the screen share, by the way. The thing is stuck on R, but it's green for some reason. The average score. But anyways,
Oh, it just moved for content.
yeah, for content, yeah,
It moved.
it moved.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, I guess I'm watching the Twitch thing, so yeah, I don't have much to add. But yeah, that bass, it just was so distorted, and at some points it was like just overclouding everything else. So not only was the bass like distorted itself and didn't have really impact, but it made everything else kind of sound worse. So just be very careful. You know, I know you want like a hip hop beat, hip hop banger that just knocks the subs. You know, but got to dial that back a little bit. So yeah, all that being said, I think I can put up a score for this too. Do you have a score?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was almost going to give it again the same like 20%, just kind of still mad. But yeah, I think those two elements not being right, your kick and your snare, really make a big difference. So
Mm.
sort that shit out.
Yeah. Arguably, it's a beat. That's like some of the most important parts. So.
Yeah.
All that being said, track total. Do you have a score for it? I'm pretty much locked in.
Mm, yeah.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. That's fair. I think I could probably go down a little bit, honestly. I mean,
But given the benefit of the doubt, it's okay. It's all the
22.
same color, anyways.
Yeah.
That poo poo brown yellow BP
That
color.
yellow green color.
Yeah,
Not quite Sprite.
not quite Sprite. That yellow snow color.
Yeah.
Oh, but okay, cool. It's a beat. Thanks, Lil Shino. Thank you again for being our first user.
Yeah. Come back.
You know,
Send us more stuff. You'll probably get an email notification after this, so that should be good. Also,
yes,
we just got another submission, and I believe
it's Jokerhead.
it's Jokerhead.
Jokerhead, did you put it on the? Did you do it on mobile or did you do it on website? And was there any trouble? What happened? Let us know.
I think he's on PC, probably.
I see. But okay. Sailor's Mouth, WIP, Mr. Krabs. I'm very excited for this next one.
Oh boy.
We'll see. I'll have to see if Nate has trouble with it. Rary here. But okay. I guess we can go into the next one. If anybody wants to tip, just use the tip link. We'll get you in right now. Otherwise, we'll get to Pine. We'll get to Green Hollow and then Kamudi. We might have time for another one. Probably not, but we'll see. But yeah, okay. You ready?
Yes. We don't have a description of. Oh yeah, we do actually.
Oh, Sailor's
Oh,
Mouth.
can we see it?
Producers, some experimental track I've been working on lately. It started as more of, oh shit, it's long. More of a meme with the sample usage, but I quickly realized it could have some fun raving potential. Cool. Kind of looking for a vibe mix check before I continue. Great.
Okay.
This is the kind of description that we need.
Everybody, take notes.
Take note. He didn't put album art, but otherwise, pretty good. All right,
Yeah.
vibe check. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Wait, this is not vibe check.
Huh?
Vibe check?
He says kind of looking for a
sorry.
vibe
I
slash
thought
mix
you were
check,
saying
yeah.
it's the track title.
No.
No, this is sorry, Sailor's
Sailor's-
Mouth.
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right.
SpongeBob reference.
3,
Go-
2,
do
1,
yeah.
go.
When they press play, it presses play for both of us, by the way. Just so the people know.
Doesn't work. There's something else that does, and it's really cool.
What is... shit my pants kind of sound that's in there though.
Rock it.
I like that. Oh, I like that.
Yo, what the fuck?
That was funny.
That was sick. All right.
That was pretty sick. Very
Vibes.
like especially sick, like sickening, but yeah, also pretty funny.
I'm just gonna give my score for vibes right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I get. Oh wow, 99.
Yeah, it's just so fun to listen to. Like, I mean, it's fun. The one thing that I took a point off for is the fact that it was hard. I couldn't really figure out what was going on until like
That's what.
how
Yeah.
far in was that? Like, I don't know, 15, 20 seconds.
Mhm.
Uh it was just kind of a cacophony like before that, and I heard like a little bit of SpongeBob reference.
Yeah.
And then it became obvious the whole sailor's mouth thing. The other thing that's a little bit confusing is just like in the parts where you're trying to make it sound like Mr. Krabs is like swearing, it wasn't completely obvious what he was doing until a certain
Mhm.
point. And also, like, I can't hear the parts that he's saying. Like, it's not intelligible.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is. If you just like took sort of garbled like bits of audio and tried to make it sound like he was like actually speaking words when it wasn't stuff he actually said, but it was just a little bit like I wish there were more real pieces of dialogue that were filtered in with all of the like nautical swearing bleep sounds.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I also gave this a high score because I may be dressed as SpongeBob later tonight.
Oh really? You're gonna go with SpongeBob?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Are you going to like a haunted house or something, or like a
Yeah, and
party?
my girlfriend's Patrick.
Oh no way! Really?
Yeah.
You guys are perpetuating the.
Oh,
Anyways, I won't
we're
say.
going to we're gonna see the group. I think some of the group chat guys too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that
Is
will be
anyone gonna be Squidward?
it's Zach's thing.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know. Maybe we'll find a Squidward.
That'd be awesome. But oh man, I wanted to get up and just do the Squidward dance where he's like on the stage in the talent show where people are throwing tomatoes at him, but I just don't have the energy at this point. But yeah, I mean the drop was crazy. I agree with you Josh, in your analysis there because I am personally like a huge SpongeBob fan, so I definitely want that to be a little bit more obvious at the get go. I really couldn't really hear much of what he was saying, and that intro was really long. You know, what is it like a minute?
Yeah, I think it wasn't quite that long, but it was still
44.
oh
40,
until it gets to the
45?
drop. Yeah, sure.
I'm trying to see.
Yeah, I
What is
agree.
the? Yeah, I mean those freaking sounds are hilarious. Just the like oh man, when I heard
Yeah,
that, it's so funny.
that
If
was
I
funny.
if it just kind of sound like maybe because I know he only does it for a little bit, so you kind of run out of sample material. There's just some points where it's like he's saying something and then like there's like kind of a long awkward pause ish that
Yeah,
it seems like there could be more things that are added.
yeah.
Um, I know that SpongeBob himself also like I think he starts cussing or no. Maybe it's a different episode. It's when he what is it? When he tries to help Mr. Krabs like hit on Mrs. Puff and like he like cusses out he cusses out Mr. Krabs but like in his own sponge language or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could take it from a SpongeBob head. Maybe you can use some dialogue from other episodes that are relevant, and then really go crazy with it. Because yeah, I love it to be just like even more obvious and even more over the top. Especially with the drop. The drop sounded really pretty damn good actually too. So that end part here, where this like vocals kind of jumping around all over the place in the head too, I think it's fantastic.
Yeah,
So
that
like
was
I
cool.
feel
That
like
was a nice
something like
touch.
that, like more like that, just even more over the top and just crazy. Um, yeah, but I thought it was pretty good. Like hence our high vibe scores. But yeah, content. Do you have anything?
Yeah, for content, I mean, I don't know. I think the one thing would be if you could do a little more research and find more like quality samples from the show. Like it can be stuff that where there's not actual cursing going on, but you just like find funny lines that seem like they could be cursing if you put
Yeah.
the bleep sounds over it. because it just sounds a little bit like a lot of garbled, sort of not real dialogue. And I don't know if it's just that you need to mix the stuff to be clearer sounding or what, or like make the cuts in better spots. But right now, I can't tell what he's saying at all. Like it's not as funny because there's no like dialogue to stitch in or imagine what he might be like saying underneath the bleep sounds.
Yeah.
It is still funny. It's just confusing at points. So that would be my main content thing, is just do a little more research on finding that material.
Oh, what's up, Green Hollow? We're doing
Green
pretty good.
Hollow.
You're actually in the queue for today, so we'll get to your song.
Yes.
Unless mountains of people tip, but nobody's wishing for that.
Well,
I'm just
it
kidding.
looks like Jokerhead did tip, and he's asking about it.
Uh-oh.
I don't know why you're asking about sending us cold hard cash, because I think you did do it. You did do it successfully.
Wait, they did it?
Yeah, he did it. You see it in the queue?
Shit.
Bad Dylan.
He did. Okay. All right. Well, I guess we'll go to him afterward. But then again, we started with him. Like, don't we have a rule?
We normally
I don't know.
do. We might have to add some logic for this, because the way it is right now, if you're in the queue, you can't submit again. But once you submit again, I guess we didn't have a rule for like you can't tip twice in the same episode, which I don't know if we should or not.
Wait, I think Jokerhead made a different account.
Hmm?
If
Wait,
you look at the Jokerhead that submitted first,
no,
and the Joker
it's not. He changed his artist name,
artist.
or put a
Oh,
different
okay,
artist name in. Yeah.
this fucker. Anyways, I heard you, Chris. Heard me what? Um. Anyways, yeah. With content, I think I'll just add on to what you were saying. Right now, it's like funny. I think at this point, just for the kind of shock factor that I'm actually hearing this at like a rave, no less, and like where the absolute just kind of absurdness of the sample itself peeks through, where he's like like that's just like kind of funny, but like in a weird kind of random way, and it's just like not as I don't know, like as consistent or maybe well crafted as it could be.
Yeah.
There are like I was actually listening to like songs earlier this week. There's a song called "The Pimp Named Slipback" from this samples from the Boondocks, a show called the Boondocks.
Mhm.
Where it's like the whole song is like based around this dialogue between a guy whose name is a pimp named Slipback and this grandpa who calls him just Slickback. But the guy's like, no, my whole name is a pimp named Slipback, and like it's just like a back and forth dialogue, and like that's the song. And like they put in like different parts of the dialogue, and it's just the guy, the pimp, getting like frustrated at the older man, and they just go back and forth. That's like a story, right? Like it's not just like, oh, Mr. Krabs cursed and it was just kind of funny,
Yeah.
Like if you could kind of bring a story element to it, like there's reasons why he cursed. I forget. I think he like stubbed his toe or something. Like there's a whole episode that you
Might have
could
been,
take
yeah.
from,
Yeah.
and kind of like make a story out of it. And I think that would take this to the next level. But you asked for like a vibe check. The beat itself is fantastic. I think it's really really good. There is some farty sounds here and there. Like there's literally one sound where it's like, this is what a shart sounds like. I feel like
A little. I mean, you
allegedly.
were saying that. I didn't really hear it, and we've heard it with other stuff. So
Wait, in the second.
maybe
Okay,
it's
hold
just
on.
what's
Let me
already on the
see.
mind.
I don't know. Let's see. That.
Oh, there was something there. Yeah, you're right.
Like
Yeah, that sound. It might just
splatter on
be.
the wall.
It might be that we can't hear the like isolated sound, so the masking that's happening is making it sound more shardy than it actually is.
I
But
feel
yeah,
like that's what he's
it's
going for,
buried in there.
anyways.
It is
But
buried in there.
yeah, it's pretty organic. But
Yes,
all
I thought
that
you
to
were.
say, yeah, there's a lot to like here. Like I'd say, fantastic job.
Yeah. Do you have an
Um,
idea of score for content?
uh, yeah, the story aspect I think does need to be addressed in that long intro, but there's a lot to like here. So, I think I have a score. Yeah,
Okay. Ready?
3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Damn,
I
73.
just took a little off because I feel like so much of the track is reliant on the sampled material, and it could have been organized a little bit better. Sort of in finding the material and getting enough to make it really compelling and good, and also just sort of processing it and working with it. That might be in production also. I think some of it's just not very clear either. But
Mhm.
yeah, just finding the right material and like stitching it together in a better, clearer way, more coherent way would make a huge difference here. But otherwise,
68.
it's cool. Also, Green Hollow, you're talking about changing your submission. So I think you had not signed up for an account when you did this. However, if you want to submit another track, I think
I think we just
can.
move it to the top.
What we
We
can
got
do is, we can delete your old submission if you want to do a new one now. So let us know in the chat if you want us to do that. We'll delete your old one. That will allow you to submit a new track, and we'll move it to the same spot that your old one was.
dude. We got a Dino Spumoni. I love that name. We got
All right.
got a submission. But anyways,
Sweet. Oh yeah, I see that. Okay, so Green Hollow, I'm gonna delete your old one, and then you can submit a new one, and we'll move it up.
go. Yo, Dino Spumoni. Yeah, what's up, bro? Is that your like? I don't want to like dox you like that, but is that your birth name? Because that's crazy. That's awesome.
Oh my God.
That's like so New York Italian. I feel like, but
Is it? I'm curious.
Di Spumoni. Like, doesn't that sound like an Italian name?
It's from Hey
It's
Arnold.
Hey Arnold. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
okay.
was like, I don't think that's a real name, but
Dino Spumoni. Oh, that's
Yeah.
so funny. But anyways, I forget who Dino Spumoni is. Production. I love that show. Hey Arnold's great. Production. Yeah, I think it sounded pretty damn crisp. I agree with what you said that the sample should have been processed differently, but there's a lot to like, especially in the drops. Like it sounds so crisp and squelchy when it's trying to be.
Mhm.
And yeah, the bass sounds very nice and yeah, very punchy. So I don't have really much else to say. Do you have anything else to say?
For production,
Yeah.
not really. I just think you could process those samples to make them clearer. I don't know how much like EQing or compression you did to those samples. It might be the kind of thing that you don't really think to do much to because it's not like a musical element, but it could really help to bring out some clarity, especially when there's other stuff going on. So that I would suggest.
Dude, Joker going crazy in the chat as usual. What else?
Yeah. Other than that,
Don't take it personally, Green Hollow.
The drops
but
are very, very crispy, so I like it.
Yeah, bro. But all right, score.
Yeah.
3,
2,
2,
1. Nice.
Yep. Pretty damn good.
Pretty close, yeah. All right.
Dino Spumoni.
Track total.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Me too.
3, 2, 1. 92.
I was
Wow,
gonna
you really
say
took
90.
a little roller coaster. Yeah.
I was gonna say 90, and then I was like, I mean, I like it, and I'm SpongeBob later, so I have to.
No, yeah, I get you. I get you. I really like it too, but I think it could be done a little bit better.
I think so too. Yeah.
And there's like a
room for
lot to like
improvement.
here. Like it's not just SpongeBob wow factor. Like the drop is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Joker
Jesus
saying
fucking
some
Christ.
wild shit, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Anyways,
All right. Yeah, interesting. Maybe that was intentional.
appreciate you, Joker.
Okay, so next we've got Jokerhead because he tipped, and then Green Hollow, just let us know when your submission's in, and we'll move that up in the queue. Wild.
Can I see though?
All right, maybe
man,
let's
it's
go to
getting
the
a
next
little
track. So this one,
it's getting a little romantic in here.
yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
what are we doing? Green Hollows?
No, we're going to Jokerheads because he tipped.
Oh, okay. All right. Green Hollow, where's your submission? Let us know.
Jokerhead, you sure that this waveform isn't what it looks like?
Where's it at? I don't see it. Is it short and sweet? I don't see it.
You don't see it?
Oh. Yeah, I think this is what he's talking about.
Yeah, this is what we were talking about.
It's got to be. All right. Hopefully actually signing up this
It's that
time.
little
Fire.
bit at the end there too.
Yeah. Gotta leave room. Oh Jesus. But okay. Let's see. Bad Dylan times Jokerhead mashup. I had no idea what to expect, but
Let's see.
I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
I should have expected exactly this, actually. This is what we mean, Jokerhead. Why does it sound like there's a lawnmower going off? It sounds as quiet as it looks.
Spooky.
For real. Sounds out of time. times out of 10.
Mama, take this badge of me. I can't use it anymore.
Is this the actual vocal from Bob Dylan?
It's getting dark, too dark to
All I know is
see.
it
Sounds so
exist.
different in this context.
Feel I'm knocking on heaven's door.
That is weird.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's
It's
What?
The timing is off. It's the timing.
Wait. I didn't know that was Bob Dylan. Really?
It is, yeah.
knock, knock, knock.
I always thought it was Guns N' Roses.
It's actually cool the way it's transposed into that minor key, but the timing is off.
The timing is definitely just straight up.
I put my guns in the ground. I can't shoot them anymore.
They were like on different planets right now.
Is coming down. I feel I'm knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, 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 knocking on heaven's door.
It doesn't really work.
It's just like me. This is me when I listen to our stream, like at the same time I'm talking to you. I'm in that zone right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the timbre of Bob Dylan's voice there was very creepy. Could fit with this song pretty well, but not in the way that it's arranged right now.
Yeah, that instrument right now, way too loud, dissonant, couldn't be there.
I can't shoot them anymore. That long black cloud is coming down. I feel I'm knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
Yeah, that thing is too loud. It's kind of cool sounding, but too loud. Just classic stuff.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
I feel like the beat didn't change for the past minute.
Yeah, I know. It's got a cool sound there.
What's up?
Jokerhead says, "You look hurt," as we listen to his track.
You look hurt. I am a genius.
I'm hurting.
I am hurting. I'm trying.
Knock, knock,
I'm just experimenting, just randomly jumping around.
knocking on heaven's door.
Okay, and then yeah, you see my dilemma there. I put 3 different like areas, and they sound exactly the same
Yeah.
from each minute. But yeah, I felt like I was listening to 2 different songs at once, and neither of them are very enjoyable by themselves. I do think the timbre. I think I can hear what you've probably first heard, Jokerhead, where the timbre of his voice, especially like when there's layers, sounds very spooky, and it could sound pretty cool with the style that you have, but the execution of it, mainly the timing, they're out of time. It seems like they're different tempos. They're just the entrances are very awkward, and it happens for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's a whole cacophony of just garbage soup. Unfortunately, um, the current stage of this project. But um, yeah, do you have anything to say about vibes?
Sorry, I was just moving
I
and
have three
editing
ears.
Green Hollow's track
Yeah, I was
here.
trying to move it up. Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it.
Nice. Okay.
Um, let's see. What are we on, vibes? I mean, yeah,
Vibes.
it's
Yeah.
just it's quiet. It's it's like a once in a lifetime thing for a Juggernaut song, but
Yeah, it's
yeah,
really crazy.
it's really quiet. Seems like a simple, obvious thing, and it goes on for a long time with the same vibe. Bob Dylan's vocals. I think it's sort of interesting what you're doing, where it's like in this minor key that it was not originally. It like sort of almost works. It's just that the timing doesn't make any sense, and
Hmm.
you're not really building any sort of melodic musical phrase um, with what you're doing with his vocal. It just seems sort of random. I don't know if you can like take different parts of that track and make a melody out of it that fits with your song, but right now it doesn't really make much sense. It's kind of in that eerie uncanny valley.
Yeah, a lot of
uh,
uncannies, for
yeah.
sure.
So I don't know. It's sort of, I don't know, it's kind of interesting. Like there's certain parts that are like, oh, that's kind of cool, but
It,
it's the dissonance really kills it. You know, like when that loud ass top line thing comes in, that's like kind of shrill, like yeah,
yeah,
just way too loud, like dissonant, not in the correct key, sort of. Just like yeah, get
I
rid of
think
that or change it.
I I actually didn't think it was too bad. I just thought it was way too fucking loud compared to everything else, and very,
But it
what
was
is it?
dissonant too.
Shrill.
It wasn't in the right key.
Really, I thought it was fine, key
Let's find
wise.
let's find a spot where nope, that right there is not in the right key.
Wait, but it could be like, I don't know, like diminished or some weird mode or something.
Maybe, but it's not tied to any sort of like viable harmonic motion. That was not the that
It
was
could
just
be in the
random
chromatic
piano notes.
scale.
Yeah, the chromatic scale.
Yeah, bro. He's like, yeah,
Um
it's on the fucking it's on the fucking piano, right?
yeah, I don't know.
Um,
I just it's like it's partly a matter of being in key. Like that being said, being in key is not a prerequisite to something sounding like right?
oh,
Uh
Random the One asks, is there any way to submit without uploading a file?
how would we listen to
Unfortunately,
it then?
yeah.
No. So if you are trying to submit something, if it's released, it's sort of understandable. But the way that we do this, we have our own like proprietary platform that we're building where you'll be able to manage all of your projects. That's part of why you upload them to the platform, but also it just allows us to actually play them through the stream on this interface you see here, and to tie everything together where once we review your track, you can get email notifications that it got reviewed and then go to the exact spot in the stream to see it. So it's all one big system that uh, depends on you uploading your tracks instead of just linking to some other area, some other platform. So it's kind of the way it all works together. That's what we're confined to here.
Like a link, it is a link. No, we can't. We he just explained to you why. Like the fact that we're able to like stream it to you from this website that you people can see the waveform, the album art, all that stuff. That's like all with this platform that you have to upload. Like we can't do it with a link.
That we've built. Yeah. So it's the link is right there, fasttrack.studio/stream. There's just a little form that you can do there. And yeah, I mean, all you have to do is the only difference is uploading your track file. Is the issue that you don't have the track file, or just wondering what the issue is?
Um, how does that platform itself work?
So
Yeah.
if you're on the page, again, hopefully you have it there. You'll see the queue, so that's part of this too. You'll see all of the people that are in the queue, and you can tip to skip it, so you can get uploaded. I mean, you can also delete your track from the queue after you get feedback if you want. We're not gonna like take your music and publish it, so
Yeah.
if that's the issue, don't worry about that. I don't think anybody would do that. I don't think that happens probably.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's kind of the only way that we can do it. You do have control if you want to delete it, so that's up to you.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah, in our
yeah,
platform, we actually have like controls. If you want to keep songs private, like we
yeah,
like put in security and stuff like that too. Probably, I think better than SoundCloud, for example.
probably,
So
yeah, the way that our files are stored and that kind of thing.
yeah, but yeah, we're not looking to like steal your songs or anything. We just want to listen to your music, and
Give you
you're
feedback.
you're yeah, but you're also like playing it in front of everybody right now, so it's like I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean, if you're getting
But I get
feedback
it. We
on a
can't
live
force you.
stream,
Yeah.
yeah, if you're just for context, if you're getting feedback on a live stream and you submit your track and they play it, that audio, even if you want to delete it later, that's out there forever. So somebody could go to the stream itself and they could be recording it. They could go to the stream recap. They could record that. So there's no such thing as like audio security if you're submitting to a live stream. That goes for any live stream, and no, also like trust me, nobody's going to take your track and try to like publish it. That's just stupid. No,
Maybe.
nobody
Yeah.
wants to do that. Like it just doesn't happen. I don't think.
But if you wanted private feedback, FastTrack will also allow that too.
Yeah, I guess
Sign up for the beta.
we can sort
Let
of
us know.
like mention here like what we're doing. Chris's video just cut out. I guess his internet died or something. But this is a good opportunity, I guess. We are building this platform FastTrack that you see the whole feedback stream queue on and all of that, primarily as a like productivity and collaboration hub for you. So you can create like to-do lists and add collaborators to your projects. You can share different versions of tracks that you're working on. Eventually, you'll probably be able to distribute to the streaming services through us as well, and actually build your team up of collaborators. So if you have people you work with already, you can invite them. But if you don't, we'll have a marketplace for services relating to the music release process. So if you need a mixing engineer, you can find them on FastTrack, add them to your team. We've got lots of ideas about how you might be able to build your own teams, like your own record label almost. So that's what we're up to. This is just the first version, the stream functionality that you see here. And yeah, once you sign up, if you sign up for an account while you're submitting, it makes it a lot easier not to re-enter info when you submit again to the stream. And you'll be able to tip to skip the queue if you want to get reviewed faster. I think Chris is having trouble. He just said bruh in the chat. His internet's so bad. Try phone. I'll say try phone. Maybe. Yeah, that's where we're at. Let me see where we're at. I think we haven't given scores for this yet. Maybe I'll just give scores, and then once he gets here, he'll give his in the interest of time. So for vibes, let's see if this will work here. Yeah, I think his internet is struggling a bit. Yeah, vibes. I think the main thing that's kind of top of mind, obvious, is the fact that your audio is super quiet here. It goes on for a long time. There's dissonant parts. The timing with the Bob Dylan vocals doesn't really make sense. It just goes on for too long. So I will give my score based on that. Yeah, I think I'm going to be right here. So yeah, that's my score based on that. I think there's some cool stuff going on. This is between develop and good to go on our scale. But I just think that there's room to improve on the execution, putting it all together. And yes, I am talking about your shit, Jokerhead, until Chris's internet gets fixed. All right, content. I think that's a lot of the same stuff I mentioned, sort of being a little too long, placement of arrangement, the timing. I think most of this is arrangement. Do we have a Chris here? Hey. Okay, well, it says you're on a different webcam, so I need to re-add you. Okay, guys, I can hear Chris. You can't. I have to re-add his webcam to our stream thing here. Doo-doo. There's been issues with Comcast, right?
Last time when I was connected to the VPN, it like fucked everything up. So
Damn.
maybe it's just my freaking internet. Oh, Xfinity sucks. Oh, you gave a score already?
Yeah, I gave a score because you were taking a long time.
Yeah, it's fine. My score was that.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I was saying,
I
I mean,
felt. I
the
was
one
like,
thing.
It might be a little low, might be a little harsh, but I was like, I don't. It's literally like two different songs right now. Like, there's
Yeah,
no way it's like I can't put it in like the anywhere kind of good to go at this point.
I was just grateful that the vocal sample didn't appear to be in a completely wrong key, like the Lana Del Rey sample was at one point.
Yeah,
So I think there's potential to do something
I think there's
interesting, but
potential too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying throw this in the trash, but I'm just
yeah,
saying like the current state right now, it's not far away from trash. So
yeah. I'll say my score then is related to the potential and sort of the idea more than the execution. The other categories will be about the execution.
that's fair. That's fair. Content. What do you have?
I kind of talked about it. I mean, do you have anything else you want to mention?
Uh, no. I mean, uh, I don't know. It just doesn't. I wonder if I could think about just like the beat itself. It's okay. It just sounds like as soon as I heard it, I was like, I made a comment like, "Oh, I should have expected this." It's because it's the same point you said earlier. Like we've heard this before from Jokerhead, you know.
Hmm.
This time there wasn't really any kind of sound that made me interested. I talked about that high pitched sound before that you said was out of key. It's in the chromatic scale. I thought it was an okay sound. I just thought it was way too loud, but nothing really stood out for me content wise. It Nothing really changed throughout the whole song, and the the vocals were just out of time. And yeah, I felt literally like I was in like the liminal space, the zone, like just like questioning what is my life. So,
Yeah.
with that, my score. Okay, I think. Wait, hold on, calculating. All right, I think I have my score. Here's your score.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Same,
Yeah. What else can I do?
I guess. Yeah. Okay. And then production. I mean, it's way too quiet.
Dude, come on, don't be biased. I'm living in
Don't be
Palestine.
biased. Oh my God, Jesus Christ! And then he says, "I'm in Israel."
You're
He
funny,
spelled it
man.
wrong.
Israel. It's
Sorry, I am
real.
not.
I am Israel. Anyways,
Oh my God.
production.
Yeah, it's. I don't think
Look
it's
how
really
quiet it
been
is.
produced yet. Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Yeah,
Has not been produced. And yeah, that other part was way too loud.
the drip is real. For real.
Yeah, I think I've got a score for this.
Wait, you got a score for production?
Yeah.
Oh, geez, what would I do? Production wise, where is this at? Calculating. Okay.
You ready?
3, 2, 1.
That's what I thought. I couldn't bring myself to it, but that's what I
Why
thought.
not? Why not?
I don't know. It's just like it's not memeable enough.
Was that? It's not movable. What do you
It's not
mean?
meme. The track is not memeable enough. It's just uncanny valley right now.
It was. I felt like I was in a meme. To be
I
quite
guess. Yeah.
I don't know.
Such a
This
meme. Your
dude,
internet went out.
the stakeout song was way more solid. You know.
Yeah.
Um.
More refined for sure. This feels not as far along.
Yeah. Which let us know what state you're in, Jokerhead and stuff. I don't mean to just like dunk on you and stuff, but when you give me a song where it's like the waveform is like minus 30 dB or something.
Yeah.
There's like crazy volume imbalances, and then the vocals are out of time the whole song, and it doesn't change. I'm like, what else can I give but a
Yeah.
69?
Yeah.
Ireland, I'm drunk as fuck. For fuck's sake, jury. All right. Anyways, track total.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Hold
Ready?
on, calculating. Just a second. Why is it so hard? Okay. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, just what else could you expect?
Yeah, I just gave
Hey,
it
Dev.
straight ahead develop.
There you go. Not far from my score, by the way.
That's true.
Not
Yours
far.
was so unpredictable though.
Yeah, not far at all.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks, Jokerhead. Let us know when you make more tracks.
I give him a lower score. He says, "Fuck you, Josh."
What the fuck?
Yeah, fuck you, Josh.
Why is it because you trust my opinion more,
Maybe I could see why my opinion.
or it could be
at
because
least
he
at this
always
point.
wants me to master his tracks and I never do?
something like that, or sing on Ultraviolence.
Yes. All right.
But
Dope. Let's move on to the last one here, which is Green Hollow. Thank you for submitting your track again. I mean, you've got an account now, which is great.
fire.
Looks like every submitter that we reviewed today has a FastTrack account now, which is pretty cool.
Sheesh.
So, yeah, getting on that. And Dino, I saw you signed up too. DocGov has an account. Quinn has an account. Nice. Yeah, you guys will be able to collaborate with each other soon and get feedback from professionals, feedback and services from professionals, and kind of build your teams. I'm wondering, maybe we can put some feelers out. Do you guys think it would be cool if you could kind of build your own almost like mini record label teams, either on like a project basis or long term, and you can choose whether you pay them one off for the services or do like a royalty split type thing? Just let us know if that sounds interesting. Okay, Jokerhead says yes. Thank you for that feedback.
Yeah, my web browser, or I guess I have this like firewall security system. It's called a Fast. But when I go to our website, it gives us like a phishing thing. I don't know what's happening.
It's probably something with cookies or something like that.
It says with Bubble, but maybe.
Oh,
yeah.
really? Maybe don't use that.
Yeah.
What are you hiding from?
No,
The
I don't know.
government?
No, I mean, what's weird is I've had it for like forever, and now
Oh.
it's like doing it. So I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Anyways, Green Hollow, Jazz Hour. Any description here? Nope. Let us know in the chat, Green Hollow. What stage is it at? I don't think it's released, but yeah, give us the details. What did you work on it? Like what did you do? Actually, wait. Electronic dance music, D&B producer. Okay, cool. You ready?
Dope. Let's do it.
3, 2, 1.
A little more soothing than the last one to my ears.
Way more soothing, yeah. Oh, nice.
PC Smarbies.
Oh yeah, baby. But it's like in a chill way. I'm sipping on it.
Down with that funnel.
Yeah, stop pounding. Oh, this sounds great. It's like liquid D&B.
That's what he said, yeah.
This sounds great. Sounded pretty decent. It sounds a little bit behind the beat. I don't know. Just something. I guess I would have expected something different. But... Nice breaks here. Whee!
Nice. A little abrupt cut off there.
Yeah,
maybe just the wrong bounce point for a work in progress. That's fine.
indeed.
I mean, I kind of wanted at the end there, like super small thing, but I kind of wanted that hi hat and I guess just the drum pattern to like slowly fade out. I feel like that'd be cool. But it just felt like it went on a little bit long in the outro there. And I guess my other piece of feedback, like top of mind main thing, is that middle section where it gets quiet again. I thought was a little bit of a missed opportunity to kind of do something a little more interesting. There just wasn't. It was ambiguous. Just didn't feel like there was any like clear indication to what was the focus or the highlighter going on at that part. It was
Which
just
part?
kind of the middle part where it gets quieter.
Hmm.
There's just not really anything happening there. Like not to say it needs to be busy, just like something to be a centerpiece that's like really good or interesting or tasty. Right now it's kind of just like a collection of sounds happening, and then it goes pretty abruptly back into the drop. And I wish there was a little bit of a smoother transition back into that too, because the rest of this track is like pretty smooth. So that's the main thing for me. I mean, I think otherwise it's very well put together. It's well mixed. It's super, snappy and tight and full bodied in the drop parts. I think Chris is losing his attention span by this part of the evening.
It's the chat. It's the chat.
I know.
I
um,
I pinned his message that says, "Whoever this is, go fuck yourself."
oh my god,
It's just funny.
he's telling me to grill it.
It's because it's really good.
I know.
It's really
He
good.
was like, "How the fuck am I compared to this? I hereby declare I will not be making music anymore."
No, bro, don't do it. Don't do it. Um,
It's
just in
funny.
terms of Liquid DMB, I think Green Hollow's
Not
got
as
to beat
good
it
as
this
my
time. That's all.
music. Yeah.
Yeah. Not there you go. Yeah. But yeah, I thought this was fantastic. Very, like Liquid DMB, this is something you could chill out with and just sip on some brews. If I smoked weed, I would smoke weed to this. I'd play video games to this.
Yeah, maybe don't read
I
the
would just
chat.
zoom out. Very good comic. It was great. But what is it?
Ew, what is that?
Very
Oh,
good.
God.
You know, I can agree with that. I'll second that. Very good Cummings here. I think that was a nice song. The only thing for me, I guess the vocals just didn't really do it for me. I didn't know what they were saying. The rhythm to me was a little bit weird. If I was like, in front of your Ableton, I would like experiment kind of moving them on the downbeat instead of like entering a little bit late. But that's kind of artistic, to be honest, artistic choice, a little subjective. But yeah, I did no idea what they were saying, and the vocalist itself didn't sound bad. It's just like the part that they sang, I just felt like wasn't well composed. But other than that, I think it sounds pretty fantastic. I think it sounds really good.
Mhm.
I enjoyed it a lot. So I think with that we can give scores.
Yeah.
Let's see, vibes. Okay, I have my score.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Good
Nice.
Cummings. Good
Very
Cummings indeed.
close. Yeah.
What is it? Content?
Um. Yeah. I mean, I like the content you used. I didn't really have an issue with the vocal. I thought it was a nice addition. I think it was better than not having it. Maybe there's a couple of tweaks you could make, but yeah, I like that it was there. And otherwise, just the parts I talked about with the composition, sort of like that middle part, making it a little bit more intentional, I think is the word, and making it fade back into the drop a little bit more smoothly. And then just at the end, considering like what's the best sort of outro, the best aftertaste you can leave in the listener's mind. And I thought it was just going on a little bit long with the beat kind of not changing energy at all until that last hit. It felt like it could have been sort of tapering down or just something to not have it go on so long at that same energy level.
I liked how there's like a little E piano that came in at the end. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
But yeah, I don't know. I think I was fine with the middle section there. Content, I really like. I think maybe as a production change, and we'll get it to its next. But
Somebody's
the kick
car
itself,
right outside your window.
there's like a parking lot outside my window.
Oh, I hear beeping. It's like, is there a car right outside?
Yeah. No. Someone's beeping though.
Is it Herbie fully loaded fucking beeping there?
Yeah, actually, I don't know what's happening. But anyways, I like so the kick drum was like kind of going crazy throughout the whole song, and I loved how the bass notes were moving. Actually, it felt very fresh. But I think maybe the kick drum was a little bit too clicky, just a little bit. But
Mhm.
other than that, yeah, I really liked everything that was going on. So shouts out to you, Green Hollow. I think it was fantastic. Um, Score content. I'm gonna put mine in. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, let's do it.
Uh, content. Okay. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Even higher. Yeah, I just put it down a little because I just felt like that middle section the middle and the end could improve the flow of the content a little bit. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
Oh, maybe I forgot about one point that I had, which was the vocals.
Oh.
There you
Okay.
go. Put that
Okay.
there.
And then production, I thought sounded pretty darn good.
Yeah,
Um. Yeah,
me too.
surprisingly, there's like a big difference like in the waveform between the drop and the rest of it.
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
doesn't seem
think
like
in
it though.
practice it was really an issue though. It was okay.
Dude.
What?
There's like, I don't I'm new to Twitch, but I think if a user says something like that's a slur, it'll be like, do you want to like auto mod? It says
Oh,
held a message
really?
for a reason.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
Joker. It's Joker.
Fuck.
So I mean, it's not that bad of a word, but that's what he said.
What
Oh
letters does
no,
it
I don't
start
want to
with?
permit the term honky. That's not what I wanted, Twitch. But
That's what?
do you see the chat?
I don't think so.
It says honky. Hopefully
Is
it'll
that
get
is
banned,
that a is
but
that a bad word?
it's like a slur for a white person. But
Oh, I didn't even know that.
you didn't know that?
No.
Dino Spumoni. Hey, that's me.
Oh
Anyways,
my god. Nice. All right, cool.
a guy named Dino Spumoni.
No, sorry guys. I haven't heard that before. I've never been called it either.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess there's the whole
All
honky
right.
tonk thing
That's
too.
dumb as fuck. That shouldn't be a bad word.
But honky. It's
Yeah,
pretty
who
funny.
cares? Honky
All right.
tonk.
Production. You got a score?
Yes, I do.
You got
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, let's do it.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah. The production is pretty good here. Like I don't know if there's a lot that you could improve. Maybe some of the stuff around the vocal is production, or just making sure that there's some nice like tapers and risers and that kind of stuff, like sort of production esque. But the actual sounds I think are really good. I would also just listen on different systems to make sure there's not too much of a volume difference between the quieter parts and the louder parts because it looks pretty big. Not sure how this would sound on like a phone or maybe the opposite where you've got like car speakers with a ton of bass. So might just be worth baselining that with or referencing it against some other tracks that you are trying to sound like or might be similar.
It keeps flagging Jokerhead's chat, but
Well, he's saying the same stuff.
honk honk.
Oh my god.
Sounds really good in my car. I haven't tried on my phone yet though. Yeah, I don't know. From what I hear, it sounds really good.
Yeah, it does.
Track total?
Yeah, let's do this. Let's see.
Let me know when you're
Yeah.
ready.
All right, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1. Yeah,
Boom. So close.
there you go.
Man, we've been pretty synced for the most part today.
Yeah, except for the 69s that I had, but
Yes,
other than
well,
that,
yeah. Cool. All right, well, thanks for submitting Joker
yeah,
I mean
Green
Green
Hollow
Hollow and
and
obviously
Jokerhead.
Jokerhead twice.
Yeah.
And everyone else, Dino, thanks for submitting and signing
Baloney.
up. For anybody who hasn't been reviewed yet, so we go from 5:30 to 7:30, almost just about every Friday. We've got another 5 in the queue right now. If you want to skip the queue to be first on the next stream that we do, which I think should be next week,
Mhm.
um, then you can do that. If you've got an account and you log in, you should be able to tip at that point. So everyone here doesn't have to worry about that. Or if you tip now, that'll guarantee your spot as first in the next stream.
Mhm.
Aside from that, because you're signed up and you have tracks in the queue, you will get an email notification when we're going to go live, before we're going to go live next week. And same goes when you submit a track, all of that stuff. You've probably seen that. Same thing. If you got reviewed today, once we add the Twitch highlight to the platform, you'll get a notification that your feedback is ready to be watched if you want to watch it again to take notes or whatever. So yeah, we're doing our best trying with the platform here. Nothing went wrong on the stream today. Like the platform and the light stream thing, the streaming interface that we're using here seemed to work. I'll review the recording just to make sure that's the case, but fingers crossed that we worked things out with them and have made some fixes to hopefully have it go smoothly in the future. But yeah, enjoying using this system. I hope you guys are getting value out of it too, being able to see the queue and skip, and when you submit tracks again, not having to fill out all of your info. But just let us know always if you've got feedback for us, stuff that you want to see in the platform, ideas that we've mentioned that you seem interested in or not interested in. We'd love to hear it. And Quinn64, welcome again. You always get here right at the end of the stream, but
Okay, says Jokerhead is as unhinged as ever.
yeah, I know. Yeah, Quinn, you're in the queue as well. You will be second by default in our next stream, unless you tip to skip. You are signed up as a user, so if you sign into your account, you can still tip to skip the queue whenever you want, if that's next time or before then. Anything else other than the madness happening in the chat here?
There's some madness there for sure. Yeah. Green Hollow says he promises to get a purple, and
Let's go.
you're the closest
You're
this stream.
close. Yeah.
So I do think you're very capable of it. And shout out to Quinn, our last 2 purple winner 2 times. So unless he has a three-peat before you do it, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
And we always love to hear stuff if we've given feedback and you come back. We'd love to hear tracks that you've worked on, and if you address some of the stuff that we talked about here, like potentially it could be up there, but feel free to send us new tracks, stuff we haven't heard yet, whatever floats your boat, whatever's most useful for you.
Cool. Yeah. I went AFK. Did my song end up going through? You went AFK. What do you mean? Did my song end up going through, bro? We didn't.
Oh no, we never got yours. I mean, everyone,
Yeah.
we've got all the other submissions today, but we never got yours.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. Did you finish and did you click the submit button and did you see that it was submitted? Also, I think it gives you an email too.
Yeah,
submitted correctly.
If you submitted, yeah, I looked through the logs and there's nothing there. So I don't know what happened there. It might just be something weird with your device. If you were doing it on mobile is usually a little less reliable for stuff like this. So you might want to try on a laptop or a desktop to submit again. But yeah, nothing went through. So I don't know what happened there.
I think we could still give your sub, like, the fact that you subbed us. Just once you put in your song into our queue, like we'll play you first.
Yeah, we can mark you as skipped. So Rary, as soon as you can do that to get that in the queue, just so we remember, we can
we'll
add you to the front and you'll be first next time. So yeah, let us know.
Yeah, sorry about the new system, but also not sorry because it's dope as shit. But at the same time, sorry for the troubles.
It's these kind of like platforms are always difficult on mobile. Mobile is like a really big
Green
challenge,
Hollow. Thank you for the sub, bro.
But we've had people submit on mobile, so I don't really know what the deal is there.
I did submit, man.
And yeah, Green Hollow, thanks for the sub. Thanks everybody for following us on Twitch. That's another thing. If you want to get notified when we go live, feel free to do that. Follow us on Instagram, FastTrack_music. And you can also join our Discord if you're not already in there. I think we've kind of steadily gotten more folks in there. So you can chat with us if you want. But anything else, Chris?
Nah, this is just funny people in the chat. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I need to go finish my fucking PhD report. So
yes, indeed. All right, cool. Thanks everyone.
Right,
hope to hear more music soon. Sign up for FastTrack, and we'll see you next week.
Yeet.
Have a good, safe Halloween, everyone.
Peace.
Peace.
Yes.